All right, what's going on, team? Happy Thursday. With you is Coach Talon.
Coach Emily.
We're ready to rock this strength workout today, team. We have Panthers coming your way. It is 14 stations. We're gonna be doing 1 lap and 3 sets per exercise. The timing is gonna be 35 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. All right, moving into exercise number 1. We have a plyo lunge switch jump. So we're gonna drop down into that reverse plyo lunge and then meet in the middle. Those feet are gonna meet in the middle and then we're gonna switch legs each repetition. If you need those options, take out the jump and just step back. Exercise number 2, we have 4 slow, wide mountain climbers plus 2 push-ups. Slowly walking that heel or toe up towards that wrist and then 2 push-ups leading with the chest. Make sure we're squeezing the glutes, bracing the core. We got that nice long plank position. Drop to those knees if you need to. Number 3 is the lying sub scap, okay? Feet are still in contact with the ground. We got our chest and shoulders up, and then we're taking those elbows down towards our hips, working that entire upper back, posterior chain. Number 4, we have the hollow body double crunch. So the hollow body hold, we did these yesterday. Arms up overhead, biceps by the ears, maintain that hollow body, and then we're gonna kind of double crunch, taking those hands towards our heels.
Oh, still down.
Right on. All right, number 5, we have the glute ham walkouts. Slowly but surely, we're gonna walk those feet all the way out into kind of full extension, and then that starting point's gonna be that hip bridge position, walking into those heels. We wanna keep those hips up, glutes fired, feel those hamstrings turn on. Exercise number 6, we have the lateral jump lunge. So this is a new one we're introducing you to. Sinking into that side lunge, into the heel, make sure that knee's tracking that midfoot, and then we're gonna kind of hop back to that starting position, getting that jump in laterally. Exercise number 7, we have the hip hinge with the Y&I raise. So we hinge at the hip, shoulder blades back, take those hands back behind the body, and then all the way up into that Y position, firing up that posterior side. Number 8, we have the static bridge with an abduction. Static bridge hold here. Keep those hips high, feel those glutes activated, and then we're abducting those legs out, pulsing them. Make sure we keep the hips up, no extension in the low back here. All right, then we have the windshield wipers. We're staying here in this position, legs are straight, hands out by our side, and we're taking those legs across the body, firing up that core, those obliques, getting everything working. Number 10, tricep dips. Kind of in that crab position, elbows tight to the body, more advanced, legs further away from the body. Drop those hips down to the ground. That option, bring your feet closer to your body. Number 11 with the iso bear crawl knee taps. Tabletop position, knees elevated off the ground, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Brace that core, touch that opposite knee. Keep those hips nice and stable. Number 12, we have the plank diagonal reaches here. So we're in that plank position, keeping everything nice and rigid, nice and tight, and we're gonna step that arm out diagonally, and we're gonna abduct each leg, opposite limbs. Work together. Number 13, we have the back lunge with a prisoner twist. So we're in that prisoner position, hands up by the ears, behind the head, sink into that reverse lunge, and twist into that front knee. Keep your spine nice and tall here. Last but not least, we have the full overhead sit-up here. So we're going into a full sit-up at the top. Those hands are going to be up overhead, biceps by the ears. And try to keep those feet planted at all times. Use that core to get yourself up to that top position. Use momentum if you need it. All right, team, those are our 14 exercises. 2, 1. We're going to start with high knees and punches. Let's get those knees up. We're going to stay soft on the feet. Get those arms fully extended. Just loosening everything up here. 2, 1. All right, we got star jumps, jumping jacks, wherever you're from in the world, whatever you call them. Keep those legs out. Try to keep that spine nice and long here. 2, 1. We got the shuffle with an abduction in the hip. Shuffle. And then open up the gates for 3, 2, 1. We got mountain climbers here, team. We are all professionals at these now. Shoulders over the wrists. Grip the ground with those hands and get those knees up high. For 2, 1. Flip it on over onto our back. We got the side-to-side lumbar twist. Try to keep those shoulder blades down as those knees come across the body here. For 3, 2, 1. Right into hip thrusters. Take those heels down into the ground. Elevate the hips and squeeze the glutes. Exhale to the top, inhale to the bottom. Think about those glutes firing up here. And we got the groin hammy stretch on our feet here. Elbows inside the knees, grab the toes, kick the hips up high, lengthen those hamstrings. Exhale to the top, inhale to the bottom. And jump twists. Arms coming across the body, we're on the balls of those feet. Head up, eyes forward. Mental preparation here for this workout. 2, 1. High knees on spot. Go at your own pace here. Do not kill yourself early on. We just want to get everything loose. 3, 2, 1. All right, burpees. You'll be seeing these shortly. Get 3 of them at least here. Hop up onto those heels. 5 to go. 2, 1. Shake out those legs, team. Let's get ready to work.
Ready? Yeah. All right, team, 12 seconds. We're gonna head into exercise number 1. Exercise number 1, those plyo lunge switch jumps in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get started. If you've never done these before, I don't think we've really programmed them for you. So what we're gonna do, hop into that jump lunge, meet together with those feet in the middle, hop, and then out into that next side lunge. If you have any hip, knee, ankle injuries or anything you're dealing with, I'm gonna ask you to take it into just a step back lunge, taking out that jumping portion. 15 seconds to go, shoulders are pulled back, landing nice and flat on that front leg, knees are facing forward. 7 seconds here, make sure we're breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. Remember, we're gonna do 3 sets total, 35 seconds of work, and 20 seconds to rest. All right, make sure we're using these rests to the best we can. Get some water. We don't have any water breaks today.
5.
All right, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Shoulders are pulled back, core is tight, hips are squared, knee is pressed out right over the toe. If you're not sure, slow it down a little bit. Look down, stand in front of a mirror. Make sure those toes and knees are facing forward. We want to keep those glutes active on that same side. 20 seconds of work, team. Almost there. And at any point, if you need to take out the jump portion, if you start to fatigue a little bit, no worries. Take out the jump, take it into your step back lunge when you start to get tired. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. All right, one more set. You want to do it? You can do it. I thought we were just going to do it. Yeah.
Everyone set.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, team. Final set here. This one's going to start to spike the heart rate. That's all good. We're going to start off by getting that body nice and warm before we get into the rest of these exercises. Again, if the jumping is too much for you, don't push through it. You can either take it a little bit more shallow, so don't bend the knee as much, or just take out the jump completely. I want you to push it further than you can. Shoulders are pulled back, core is tight, we're looking forward. Nice work. 10 seconds from here, we're going to take it down into our push-up position. We're going to do our 4 slow wide mountain climbers and 2 push-ups in 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Woo, shake those legs out, team. Blood is pumping through those legs. Now it's time to do the same thing with the upper body. To the ground. Get your hands set. We got those 4 wide climbers. We go in 3, 2, 1. Try to get that heel up towards that wrist. Nice and slow here. Try not to hike the hips up or extend the low back on those climbers. After those 4, right into 2 push-ups. You have that option to do those push-ups from the knees or do as many as you can during that time till failure, and then you drop to the knees. We got 12 seconds to go here. Keep that long neutral spine, keep that core engaged. Lead with the chest on that push-up. For 3, 2, 1. Recover. 1 down, 2 to go. Remember, it's just 1 lap today, team. Once we're done with those 3 sets, we're done with that exercise. So let's work as hard as we can through each and every set. All right, we're back at it. 3, 2, 1. Get those heels up or those toes, depending on your mobility here. We want those shoulders right over the wrists. Into that high plank, glutes are engaged. Press those hands out away from the ground. Squeeze that chest at the top. Breathe through it. 15 to go. All the way down. Corkscrew those hands down into the ground. 5, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. One more set here. All right. So you do as many as you can without using your knees, and then drop to those knees when you need to. We go in 3, 2, 1. Let's make it happen. Remember, we don't want those hips to drop. We want that core working at all times. We want those glutes engaged. And try to maintain those shoulders right over those wrists. Exhale to the top of that push-up. 15 to go. Keep it up here, team. 10 seconds. That's it. Long neutral spines for 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
yes.
All right. We're gonna lay it down onto our mats, onto our bellies. So with this one, it's kind of like just a upper body Superman. So the legs are gonna stay down, just the arms are gonna peel off the ground. In 3, 2, and 1. So he lifts his arms, draws those elbows back, reaches the hands back towards the heels, back and up. So 2 parts there. He's keeping that just the upper body peeled off the ground. His glutes are engaged. You can see he's driving his toes into the ground instead of just relaxing the legs. We want to keep the glutes active here to protect the hips in this position. 15 seconds to go. For 10, make sure we inhale and exhale those arms back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 2 sets. So inhale the arms up, exhale, draw the elbows down, and then reach the hands back. 8 seconds here. Use this rest. All right, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lift, pull, and reach. Glutes are active. Looking down at the ground. We're not hyperextending that neck, looking forward. Even if you have our pretty faces on your TVs right now. Nice work, team. 15 seconds. Try to keep those arms pulling away from the ground. So don't let gravity pull your hands down. Keep it lifted the entire time. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh.
Time to go.
It's a great way to work all the little muscles back here when we don't have weights or equipment to use at home. All right, final set here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, keep the glutes engaged, pull back, and then reach back for the heels. Nice work, team. All right, you have 25 seconds left here. We're gonna keep it on our mats for the next exercise. We're gonna take it into those hollow body hold, double crunches, really fire up the core in this next exercise. For 12 seconds here, make sure you're breathing. Don't let those hands drop down towards the ground. Fight against gravity. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, yeah. Chest fired, back fired, legs fired. We're getting everything working, everything tuned up. 10 seconds, team. we got the hollow body double crunch. Assume the position. We move in 3, 2, 1. 35 seconds of work here. Hollow body. That means we're really keeping those shoulder blades up. When those hands are up overhead, biceps are by the ears. And then we're double crunching, kind of flexing those knees up, taking those hands by the heels here. Inhale to the top of that hollow body. Exhale as we reach for those heels. That's it. We have 10 seconds to go here. Think about that core working. 5 to go. 3, 2, 1. That one looks lovely.
Man.
Don't get too comfortable and cozy down there on the ground, team. 10 seconds. We're going to drop right back in for set number 2. This one we do slow and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Think about maintaining that low back in contact with the ground here. One of the functions of the core is to protect that back, the spine. We build a strong core, we move better. 15 to go. Pull that belly button down. That's it. 6 left. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah.
Those burn so much.
We want that ache, that belly ache. That's what it's all about. Getting it done. All right, last set. We're going 6 seconds. Let's keep it up. We're cruising right along here. In 2, 1. Hollow body hold, boom. Full extension in those legs. Arms are fully extended up overhead. Get that quick pause in that hollow body and then get that double crunch. Exhale as we reach for those heels. 20 to go. Maintain that neck position properly. We don't want our neck to be down on the ground. We don't want our chin to be tucked to our chest. Try to maintain that neutral neck position. 5 seconds here, team. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna stay low here. We're going right into the Glute Ham Walkouts.
All right, so we're in the same position, down on our backs, shoulders are pulled back on the ground. We're gonna lift up into that hip bridge. 6 seconds here. Take that final big breath of air. All right, 3, 2, 1. Lift up into your bridge. Walk your heels out as far as you can. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different the further you walk. Obviously, it's gonna get a little bit harder until you get to that full walked out position. And then we're gonna walk the feet back in towards the glutes, keeping the hips lifted the entire time. Watch the low back. Make sure at no point do we let the core disengage and that low back cave in. So we have that arching, that rainbow back. We don't wanna see that. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. If you start to feel a ton of pressure in your low back, just make sure we're keeping those hips tucked and the glutes engaged and the core pulled down towards the spine. All right, team, 6 seconds here, taking it into set number 2. In 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, hold that bridge, and walk those feet out. You can take your hands to your sides, check in with that low back, see how far you can walk the heels out, hold for a second at the bottom, and then walk the heels back in. Perfect. All right, keep it up. Again, everybody's gonna be a little bit different here. If you can't walk your feet all the way out, that's totally fine. Maybe get a couple steps and then walk them back in towards your hips. For 10 seconds here, keep those shoulders pressed into the ground, hips are tucked under, glutes are engaged. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, final set here. And then we're gonna bring it to standing, take it into those lateral lunge jumps. All right, everyone, make sure that low back is kissing the ground, tuck the hips under. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lift and walk. See how far you can get those heels out. Challenge yourself, all while trying not to let those hips drop down towards the ground. Check in with your breath, make sure we're not holding our breath here. Whew. Don't drop early. We have 15 seconds. All Nice work, team. Almost there, 10 seconds to go. Then we're gonna bring it to standing. We're gonna take it into our lateral lunge jumps in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, up on our feet. We had enough exercises down on the ground for a little while. We got the lateral lunge jump. This is a new one we're introducing you to as well. Let's assume the position. We go in 5, 3, 2, 1. Step into that side lunge, and we're kind of hopping back to that starting position. Once that other leg reaches the starting position, we hop that other leg out. Sink that weight into the heel, load the hamstring and the glute. Keep those shoulder blades retracted here. Core's working the entire time. Getting that hop in the middle if we need to. Obviously we can take out the jump, but make it a little bit more impact. Go right into that side lunge. That's it. Breathe through it. Make sure that knee's tracking that midfoot. 2, 1. Recover. 1 down, 2 to go. Let's keep it up here, team. It's all about mechanics here on this side lunge. If you can't get that thigh to parallel, that's okay. It's more important that we have that knee in alignment with the hip and ankle. Good form. Back at it. 3, 2, 1. Sink in. Move at your own pace here. Get that hop in the middle. Core tight, shoulders back. Try to keep that foot forward. Weight shifts back into the heel. So the hips are back. I'm not toe heavy at all. 10 seconds to go here. Keep it up. Emily's giving you that side body view. You can see she's got that long neutral spine for 2, 1. One more set to go here.
This is a glute heavy workout.
We are cruising right along. We're approaching the midway point here in this workout. Last set of these lateral jump lunges. We go in 3, 2, 1. Sink into that side lunge with control, and we're hopping out of it. From here, team, we're going right into that hip hinge with that I-Y raise. Be prepared for that. We got 15 seconds left. Keep locked in on your form. Keep breathing through every rep. 6 seconds to go. 3, 2.
We're gonna practice our hip hinge. Very important movement to know how to do properly, while also working posterior chain zone up here in that mid-back, low back area. All right, hands above head in 3, 2, and 1. So he shoots his hips back. We're gonna bring the arms back, squeeze the shoulders and those lats, and then bring the arms back up. Come to standing by squeezing the glutes. You'll notice in his hip hinge, we're pulling through the glutes and the hamstrings. So the knees are only slightly bent just to protect the knee joint. This is not a squat. Perfect, 10 seconds to go. Hinge over, reach back, and arms back to Y. Come to standing by squeezing the glutes. Perfect. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. I know there's a lot of parts to this movement. Might seem easy. The hard part is going to be building that mind-muscle connection to which muscles are doing which motion. So that's kind of what I want you to think about. Take it slow. Make sure you're feeling the right muscles fire up. In 3, 2, and 1. So hands come up. We hinge back. Nice neutral spine. Shoot the hips back like there's a magnet pulling your butt behind you. And then come to standing by tucking those hips and squeezing the glutes, but not the low back. Squeeze the glutes, not the low back. Pressure's back in that midfoot and heel. 20 seconds to go. Exhale to come to standing. As you reach back, you want to think about squeezing all the low muscles along the sides of the back here, backs of the shoulders. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Whew. All right, final set here. Again, focus on control. Where are you feeling this? Don't speed through it. 10 seconds. Assume the position. Toes are facing forward. Right in line with each other at the hips in 2 and 1. Arms up. Hinge over. Bring pinkies towards the ceiling. Back to your Y, squeeze the glutes to come to standing. Nice work. Just a slight bend in the knee. Remember, this isn't a squat, this is a hip hinge. Different pattern for the legs. Nice work, team. 15 seconds. From here, we're going to take it down on the floor into our static hip bridge. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down.
Woo! Way to work. Feel it in the shoulders, feel it in the rear delts, feel those hamstrings working, glutes firing. That's what it's all about, team. We're down on the ground here. Static bridge, 5 seconds with an abduction. We're going 2, 1. Press into those heels. Get that glute activation at the top. Remember, we're not extending the low back whatsoever. The pelvis is tucked up, glutes are fired, and then we're getting that abduction pulse at the top. We want to maintain that isometric contraction while we're pulsing. That's it, we're breathing through it. 7 seconds to go. Drive those shoulder blades down into the ground here. For 3, 2, 1. Yes. So we got those glutes working the entire time while we're working those outer thighs and those abductors as we're pulsing them outward. 7 seconds. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Dig into those heels, get that glute activation. Core is working. Lock in the core, lock in the glutes, and then we abduct. Want to build strength around those legs to protect those knees, strengthen those knees. 15 seconds to go. Don't let those hips drop as you're abducting. Check in with your glutes, check in with your core. Let's go. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, it's like the last 10 seconds.
We got one more set to go here. Keep it pushing, team. Keep working hard. 7 seconds. 5 to go. All right, let's get into that position and we work. Don't let those hips drop at any point in time here. We abduct with control. Make sure those heels stay in one place here. 20 seconds. That's it. Oh yeah, embrace that burn that comes with it. Hamstrings, glutes, outer thighs. Let's go, under 10. Keep it up here, team. We got the windshield wipers coming up in 3, 2, 1. That's how we do it. We're gonna stay down here low on the ground.
All right, windshield wipers, take your hands out to your sides. Plant the palms into the ground to create that nice stable base of support. 5 seconds, extend those legs right over the hips. In 3, 2, 1, on top, skip me. You got it? Okay.
Scoot back.
All right, press the palms into the ground to give yourself that support. Drop the feet down towards the ground, but don't let the knees touch the ground. So when you hit the bottom of the rep, we're gonna be right here, bottom of the rep. I'm letting my legs drop, but I'm just hovering my knees and feet above the ground before I use the core to pull myself over to the other side. 10 seconds, nice and slow. As you roll to the other side, you should feel your low back on the ground. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You want to keep the knees and the feet right over the hips as you come to the other side. If you're too far out here, what happens is the low back lifts up, and we're rolling on the hips, not so much the back and the spine. All right, for 4, 3, 2, 1, feet and knees right over the hips. Drop down, use the core to stop it from hitting the ground, and then rotate across the spine, the low back, to come over to the other side. Nice work, team. Again, the challenge here is stopping yourself from hitting the ground using the core. Inhale down, exhale as you pull your feet away from the ground. Nice work. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Ooh, I love this one.
I know, I do love this one. All right, final set here. One more. Grabbing my water, staying hydrated.
It's funny, you love mountain climbers and I
know. Mountain climbers are life. All right, 3, 2, 1, hands out. Press your palms into the ground to keep yourself nice and stable. The straighter you have your legs, so Talon has his almost straight out. That's gonna be a little bit harder. If you wanna make it a little bit easier on yourself, bend the knees. That puts a little bit less pressure on the core. So see where you can go. Try to keep them straight as long as you can. And when you find that starts to get a little too difficult, start to bend the knees a little bit to help support yourself. All right, team, give me 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna stay on the ground, but take it up into our tricep dips. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Bring it up.
Woo. All right. Exercise number 10, in case you guys lost track here. We're almost there. 7 seconds, we're in that crab walk position. Elbows tucked into the body. We're moving in 3, 2, 1. 35 seconds of work. Those glutes are coming down to the ground, kissing the floor. We're pressing through those hands, keeping the elbows tight, shoulders pulled back into external rotation, and we're getting that full extension of the arm, feeling that tricep fire. It'll start to burn about midway point of this set, that's a fact. Keep that core turned on, press through those heels. 7 seconds to go here. Exhale to the top, inhale to the bottom. For 3, 2, 1. It is a very small movement pattern because we have the ground that stops us from moving further, but I'm telling you, it is deceiving. It gets the job done. We're just shortening that tricep dip. 5 seconds, dropping right back in here. 2, 1. If your legs are further out, the more work your arms and your triceps are going to do, so the more body weight you're going to move. If you need more assistance, you walk your feet, your heels towards your body.
God, why is this so hard?
Make sure we're keeping those shoulders pulled back, elbows tight, 15 to go. Full extension, squeeze. 8, come on. We don't stop. 5, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I'm telling you, it is big time. It is a burner.
Oh my goodness.
This is our last set here.
Like getting to failure by the last couple of reps.
All right, assume the position in 3, 2, 1. 35 seconds of work here.
Even just holding this, I'm like shaking.
Don't let those shoulders roll in. We want to try to open them up so we have that nice proud chest. Me, I'm flexing my quad. My legs are fully extended out. 15 to go here, team. From here, we're going to take it into that iso bear crawl, those opposite knee taps. 10 seconds.
Oh my gosh, if you weren't shaking by now, you're lying.
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes. Big old burner.
Woo.
Flip it on over to that tabletop position. We're on all fours.
All right, tabletop position. So knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Lift the knees off the ground in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So he's hovering just above the ground. I'll show you that side view. So we're right here. From here, I like to take my feet a little bit wider for a little bit more support. When they're closer, what happens when you reach? The hips will want to rock back and forth. So I take that wide space so I can keep the core tight and not let the hips rock as I walk that hand back to the opposite side knee. He's keeping a nice flat back. He could balance a glass of water on his back and it would stay right there. It wouldn't fall off because he's not rocking his hips. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. Grab some water, towel off, whatever you need to do. Got 20 seconds to do it. Again, you should be able to balance that glass of water. If you find your hips rocking back and forth as you reach, want to keep the core tight, take the feet a little bit further apart. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lift and reach opposite hand to opposite knee. Try not to let the hips come up into that down dog. You want to keep those wrists right underneath the shoulders. Nice work, team. All right, keep it up. You got 20 seconds. You don't have to speed through these ones. I'd rather you do it slow and controlled, checking in with the hips, checking in with the core and that low back, keeping that spine nice and neutral, shoulders over the wrists, maintaining all of those little checkpoints the entire way through for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have one final set here, and then 3 exercises left.
I was waiting for it.
And then we're done. You were waiting for the first drip of sweat.
First, like, actual drip. I've been sweating,
I
but
know you got it coming down.
now I'm big dripping.
All right, team, ready? In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop back in. Take it to that tabletop position. Lift the knees. And of course, if you start to fatigue, I want you to just hold that iso bear crawl position at the top here. You can take the taps out. Just don't drop those knees early. See how long you're able to hold it up. 20 seconds to go. And then if the shoulders aren't fatigued enough, we're going to take it down into a forearm plank. All right, team, 10 seconds. You got this. Keep that nice, strong position. Your face should look like talons right now. I don't know if you can see it, but 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right, this is going to be brutal.
Woo! Catch that air. 12 seconds. Moving right along. We got the static plank with the diagonal reaches in 5 seconds. We're on our forearms. 2, 1. Think about that nice, long, rigid plank body. From your head to your toe should be nice and stable through the core. Don't let those hips drop. Don't hike them up. Long, neutral body. And we're abducting that leg and reaching that opposite arm diagonally up overhead. Not letting those hips drop. Not let that body rotate. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job here, team. If you start to fatigue or you notice your form is compromised as you reach diagonally, go ahead and just give us that static hold or don't reach quite as far. 3 seconds. Back in 2, 1. We're working. The arm goes diagonally out overhead and then opposite leg abducts out. You just get that toe touch back to that starting position. When you get to that starting position, make sure those glutes are locked in. Exhale. As we reach, inhale back to the starting plank. 10 seconds to go. Pull that belly button up. Keep it up for 5, 2, 1.
My shoulders are shaking.
Yes.
I know yours probably are too.
Last set here, team. Woo! We got 7 total sets left. Beautiful. Back at it. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Work on that breathing pattern. Every single rep on that diagonal reach.
When I feel my shoulders start to fatigue, I just hold that reach for a second longer, so I slow it down, but I'm still getting the reaches.
15 seconds to go here, team. Keep it up. We go from here into that back lunge with the prisoner. So it's a prisoner back lunge twist. 5 seconds. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
So we're bringing it back up to our feet. We've had quite a few exercises on the ground here.
I know, shoulders, poor shoulders, I'm so sorry. Shoulders and chest. All right, team, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands up behind the head. We sink into that lunge, twist to the side that's in the front. So twisting to the left side if your left knee is forward, right side if your right knee is forward. Woo! Holding your arms up after those bear crawls and planks and tricep dips might start to feel a little bit difficult, but it's going to be good to open the chest back out after holding those positions all that time. 10 seconds. Make sure we're pulling up through the front leg and not pressing off the back leg. So I squeeze through that front quad in 2 and 1. Whew, sneaking up on me pretty hard. All right, 8 seconds. Shoulders back, core engaged, hips forward. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Again, I'm pulling up through the front quad and front glute, trying my best not to press off that back foot. So we want to make sure when we come up, it never looks like this. We're not supermaning our way up to standing. We want to keep the shoulders stacked right over the hips. We're looking forward, we're pulling up through that front glute and front quad. 10 seconds to go. We have one more set of your lunges after this, and then we have a final exercise. In 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, take a rest. All right, final set, 35 seconds of these back lunges. We have our sit-ups, and we're done. That is your Thursday strength workout. Woo! All right, team, hands up. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Shoulders back, core tight. Keep that breathing nice and strong. Get the knee almost to the ground, hover it just above. Check in, make sure we're not pressing off that back leg too much. Nice work, 15 to go. Keep it up, we're almost there. Good, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it to your mat.
Woo! We got that full overhead sit up here. Back on the ground for our final 3 sets. 7 seconds. Start on the ground, hands up overhead. And 3, 2, 1. Full sit up, hands. Continue to go overhead at the top. We want to try to get those biceps up by our ears at the top of that sit up. Dig those feet and heels down into the ground. Try to cement them into the ground here. No lift off. Use those arms as momentum if you need it. Otherwise, we want that core doing most of the work here. On the way back down, think about low back, mid back, upper back, touching the ground. One section at a time and recover. Sorry about the timing there. We got final 2 sets to go.
Just getting too excited, you know? Sit-ups.
All right, let's fire it up. 5. Drop back now. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. As we go up, try to think about all those vertebrae coming down, touching the ground. We don't want to just smack our back down to the starting position. We want to go back to the starting position with control. It means our core is doing the work. 12 seconds left. Let's go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo.
I'm trying to use like absolutely no momentum to get up.
Final 35 seconds, team. That's it. This is it for the day. We push all the way to that finish line. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Let's get it. Come on. Inhale back to the starting position. Exhale to the top. Always working on that breathing pattern. Let's go. 20. Final 15. Don't stop. We're burning. 6 seconds to go. Last couple. 4, 3, 2, 1. Abs are aching, full body is working. Way to get after it, team. Way to crush that Thursday strength workout with Coach Talon and Coach Emily. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your wonderful day. And we will see you tomorrow for another awesome F45 Sunset Strip workout.